After years in the shadows, the dark night of finance has finally risen. And this week, he delivered his warning shots to the villains to South Africa's economy.
We expected the economy to grow by 2.7% this year. The revised estimate is now 1.4%. The Treasury projects that growth will reach 3% only in 2017.
Now, from breaking chairs for a living to fighting budget deficits on behalf of the citizens, the new finance minister, Nhlanhla Nene, delivered a brave mini-budget speech, breaking the news to Parliament and the comrades that they did not really want to hear.
Nene is proposing to cut government spending by 25 billion over the next 2 years.
Yeah, and then you thought that the chubby chick assassin Pravin Gordhan was a party pooper. But now there's a new sheriff in town, and he's not just cutting out cobs. Having stabbed officials in the heart, Nene's budget will twist the knife by imposing large cuts on government spending, including curbing of wages and personnel, placing him in the firing line of public sector unions who have already expressed their desire for more salary-related nice things. Basically, what Nene is telling Parliament is that you guys are bloated. You guys are bloated. In a nutshell, there are too many MPs, too many salaries, and generally too much chance-taking. In fact, in a nutshell, the nutshell is bursting. There are so many fat cats in Parliament and not enough space that even committee meetings are forced to be held at city lodges and fish and chip shops. And while all South Africans are going to feel the pinch of state cutbacks, government officials who are used to the finer things in life will be hit the hardest.
When it comes to departments, we're saying, and perhaps if it was nice to travel business class, it is no longer nice if you are going to travel economy. So it's either you no longer travel or you travel economy, and you are with all of us.
I'm sure Dina Pule just fainted. Speaking of flying, though, even public enterprises like SAA are in for a good rude awakening, a good one. After their mismanagement has cost taxpayers billions of rand, perhaps, just a suggestion, board executives and ministers should not use these parastatals as their own personal shopping trolleys and also garnering favor from our country's #1 stockpiler of controversy. The lover boy from Kandla. You know who I'm talking about. Do I now need to mention names? Our South Africa. You know, man.
We should come out with a business model, a financial model for how we fund the airlines going forward. We should know which routes we're going to be flying and how we're going to get bums on seats.
Okay, Lynn, we hear you. Because at the moment, government buttocks have a monopoly over these seats. Maybe if you stop giving MPs their multiple spouses, their fat nephews, their children's children, and children's children free flights, then maybe our national airline could actually make some money. To cut a long story short, Parliament, right, is like a 16-seater minibus taxi, which has 68 MPs. Guys, with Jacob as the driver, with a bumper sticker, only God can judge me. And another one says, I love your tender, just not on my window. The problem here is that officials are the ones doing the wasteful expenditure. And yet, they are also the first to point fingers and blame everyone but themselves. Even public protector Thuli Madonsela is accused of wasting taxpayers' money. ANC MPs have once again attacked the office of the public protector in a committee meeting. The ANC's favorite pitbull, Pitbull Mathola Mothaga, accused Thuli of running an over-bloated office and failing to manage her budget properly. The hatchet man Mothaga proceeded to blast Thuli and suggested cutting her funding. I mean, come on. The pit bull was interrupting her at every turn, and when it was finally her chance to speak, it was like, it's lunch now. You can't speak during lunch. Who speaks during lunch? Comrade Matole clearly missed Nene's budget speech, because if he had seen it, he would have known that the reason Thuli's office is broke is because it spends all its resources investigating dodgy cadres in Parliament. And so while the seeds of our new economic plan have been planted by the finance minister now, all we need to do is for our bloated government to stop blocking the sun. Maybe we should ask the honorable MPs nicely, in a way that they know and understand, via committee. That's how they understand. If you want anything, committee. So let's tell them via a committee.
that moves. enca.com.